Miami finishes with 21 signed commits, 10th nationally, second in the ACC. This overall class, just the overall class as is, how would you grade this class, Bill?
As it stands now, I would give it. I'll give it a B plus. I can't get into that A range with the misses at cornerback because that was probably the most important position for us to get. We needed to land probably at least two quality bodies, if not three, and we struck out. But this class is very talented. We got 2 5-stars. Leonard Taylor, to me, is the difference maker. He can change the face of the defense if he is that dominant presence on the interior. But then you also land James Williams, another 5-star, probably the most versatile defender in the country. And those type of caliber players we haven't landed. We haven't landed elite athletes like that. We have a strong tendency to overrate the guys we do get. And the NFL draft has shown that we haven't been getting those elite guys lately. We're going to have Greg Rousseau go high. We'll probably have Jalen Phillips go high. But, these are the guys that you need to bring in every year to build into that elite squad that, compete with the Clemsons and the Alabamas of the world. But, every other position outside of cornerback, I think we did pretty good at. We kept it local. We got a lot of the local guys that probably we wouldn't have gotten in years past. We beat Georgia for James Williams. We beat Auburn for Cam Kitchens. Georgia was sniffing around for Romello Brinson. So we went toe-to-toe with the SEC, and we won battles. We're not going to win them all, of course, but I think this was a very good class, especially coming off a 6-7 disaster last year.
Yeah, I'd probably go the same range, like B plus, like near an A. Like Billy said, the miss at corner or the misses at corner deflate the grade a little bit. I'm very high on the top side of this class, that elite group. Like I can't think of another high, like top of the class in recent years that has been as good as, or that is as good as these guys. And that top line, like James Williams and Leonard Taylor and Brashard Smith, like Billy said, going head to head with SEC's teams and getting a guy like that, like a guy like Brashard Smith, especially nationally doesn't get the respect he deserves, but locally, I think everybody noticed and they kind of perked up when Brashard Smith picked Miami. Because we've even gotten guys like Romello Brinson before. Romello is a guy who we compared him to Amon Richards, and he's very, very good, very, very skilled, downfield kind of guy. But a Brashard Smith is a dude who profiles so easily to the modern NFL that you can see how he's going to be, or he could be a 3 years and first or second round type player because his skill set is so easily there. And those guys have gone SEC and had a lot of success in recent years. So to get a guy like him, who is locally very well respected and has that NFL ability, that's one of those ones that we had to absolutely keep home, that SEC teams were going to be all over, along with the James Williams and the Leonard Taylor. So we did a lot at the top of this class that makes me want to say it's an A. Just because it's maybe an A minus, and I'll just cheat and split the difference. But I love that top of the class. I think those are guys that are definitely going to be game changers.
I wanted to give him an A. I did. I wanted to give this class an A, but I'm gonna sit with the B too. And it's basically what you guys said. No, not having a cornerback in this class is just tough. It's just tough, especially when you look at how close we were to getting Marshall. I mean, oh my goodness. We definitely, man, if we could have got him, I mean, you talking about an A+ class right there. Somebody who we did get was Jake Garcia. We recruited him, and this is something where I like to give this staff credit too, because Dan Enos started recruiting Jake Garcia. Dan Enos was let go. We kept recruiting him, and then he commits to USC, and we keep recruiting him, and it ends up paying off today. So Jake Garcia signing with this class, why is that important, Chris?
Well, it's a top of the line, top flight, legit quarterback who brings people into the building. That's what he is, And we didn't really have an opportunity to get a guy like that in recent years. So it really with like legitimate opportunity to get like a Tyler Van Dyke was, well respected enough as a 4-star guy. But he comes from Connecticut. He doesn't have the same kind of pipeline and the same national respect that a Garcia had. Garcia was a guy that was beloved in California and then goes to Georgia and makes a huge impact when he goes to Georgia. So he's had some pop on some pretty high profile high school football situations, and obviously the Miami effect. So just staying with him and pushing that as much as possible and never giving up on it, I think it really goes to the quality of recruiting that Miami can do for these high level guys. Getting James Williams was a great indicator and Leonard Taylor, but to never give up on Garcia and finally pull it out in the end when a lot of people, like including myself, like a week ago, said at like 0% chance, like it was just like a pipe dream in a lot of minds of Miami fans, and then pulling it off. I think it sends a message out to the country that, we'll go get somebody if we really want to go get them. Not corners, but other guys at other positions for sure. So I think it's definitely something that it's going to make people take real good notice of into the future.
Quarterback's the most important position on the field. So that's one position you want to stack arm after arm after arm, and let those guys battle. So by bringing in Jake Garcia, who is our highest rated QB commit since Kyle Wright. So I think, was it 15 years-ish in that range, that we have landed a quarterback of this caliber, verge of being a 5-star, according to 247. But now, we've set ourselves up where King comes back, these two guys continue to learn, these two guys meaning Van Dyke and Garcia. And then, hey, we have a big time quarterback competition, going into 2022. Odds are probably one of these guys is going to transfer, and that's fine. But, you keep bringing guys like this every year, you're eventually going to hit on one. And when you hit on a quarterback, that changes the trajectory of your program. You look at, Auburn winning a title with Cam Newton, Texas winning with Vince Young, truly elite, program changing guys at the quarterback position can elevate programs, to title contention, and that's what we need, to overtake Clemson, and to be honest, after Saturday, overtake UNC on the coastal side. We need to continue to build elite quarterback play. So you bring in Jake Garcia now, for the 2022 class, go get another elite arm and just keep repeating this process until you hit on a quarterback, and then even when you do hit on a quarterback, you keep bringing guys in that have talent. So it was a big commit today, not so much of a surprise, but credit to the staff for sticking with them this entire time. I think if it was up to the fans, we probably would have given up, a couple months ago and said, let's go try and get someone else. But they stuck with them, they landed them, and that's big time to get that quarterback in.
I definitely was one of those fans that was like, hey, it's time to move on, man. It's time to move on. But it's pretty dope that our staff never gave up and they kept fighting. They ended up getting them. Let me ask you guys this.